All right, Kenman here. The Tristache has landed. Check it out. This was sent to me from Fred the Lug from his collection for us to enjoy, review, check out for a few days before I pass it along to the next person. We have the Tristache V1. I've had a chance to handle these a few times at Blade Show and things like that, but not review on the channel. We've got one in-house today. Let's soak it in. S90V on the blade. Titanium handle with a really, really nice diamond texture to it. Looks great, feels great. Full frame lock there. So the frame lock works like that, but it also is connected to a button. So button actuated frame lock. So you've got the button right there. You can see I pushed that over and it does that frame. So I could use it as the button lock alone, or we can get in there and get that frame lock and let it drop. As a lefty though, I noticed you put a little pressure on there with the thumb and it does not work. That happens quite often with knives like this as a lefty, but the front flipper does work really well. I can thumb it out all right. Not bad, not bad. I am a lefty, so I'm going to use that hand more often. The V2 is going to be coming out soon, and it is more of a liner locks, different versions. It'll be a 154 cm blade. I'm looking at getting the Ultim one because you got to get the piss when you're doing a Tristache, if you ask me. Although this titanium does feel great. Front flipper on there works really, really good. Button actuated open. Nice. This thing works great. You can see how well that button plunges and pushes the frame lock down. I dig it. Okay. Blade is solid. No play. Centered nicely. Got some jimps on there. I like a stack of jimps. The jimps could go up a little further. They're a little bit finer, like thinner jimps, but they feel good. It's got a nice grip to them. You can get in there for doing some work. That point right there is a sharp point. Big old choke up spot there, that finger choil, so you got the main grab right here. Do have a little bit of handle sticking out the back. I can get up and choke, and then we've got some more handle, but you can get in there for some really good work, getting in, doing some push cuts. Put my middle finger on there, index all the way out on it. Nice grab for some draws. That tip feels really nice. Big straight edge on that S90V. Front flipper, really fun as a lefty. This is the only downfall I say as far as, I mean, that's my own issue though. I'm a lefty. Don't be a lefty, right? Exactly. Use your right hand. Thumb works fine, and it does front flip, no problem. I could probably index roll it a little slow, but boom. Clip cannot be swapped to the other side. I believe the new one you will be able to do that. Another good reason for me to get version 2. The titanium with this texture just feels perfect. That is great. As far as ergos in the hand, really like it. Tristate did a good job. Great design. Got the hollow grind on there. This thing is really cool. Boom. Okay, let's get some credentials on here. Most people have already reviewed this. I just haven't had a chance to have one in-house, but we've got one now, thanks to Fred. All right. 7 3/4 straight across. If you go at an angle, kind of more like 7 7/8. Blade is 3 1/2. Sorry, I got a hair. And at an angle, you could say 3 3/4. So it's about a 3 1/2 inch blade with a just at 3-inch cutting surface with a straight edge. And then your handle is 4 1/4. All right. 0.12 for the blade. And that 1-2 carries all the way out to right there. You got this little relief cut and then the hollow grind on there. Boom. Handle 0.49. Sorry if I was off camera there. Just under 5. Width this way is 1.1. It looks like it's pretty even all the way across. And then the blade is also around that 1.1. Battery doesn't ever want to give up on this measuring caliper. Got to be a year. Got to be more than a year. Okay, 4.08. It's a big beast there. Hefty, awesome knife right there. 3.29 for the drop bear. So it's a little bit heavier than a drop bear. Not much size different though. Pretty good user size. 4.08. I think that's a good weight for what we've got right here. I generally prefer something that's a little bit beefier. Got a little more mass to it. Kaiser drop bear is a great daily carry. Same size as your bug out, your pyrite. Good comparison for that not quite full size knife. You can see the Tristache is just maybe an 1/8 longer on the handle and probably 1/4 to a 1/2 inch longer on the blade. So it's a little bit bigger, a little closer to full size, but still a very good, usable, manageable size. Flicks out really nice. That front flipper is fun. Like I said, I'm a lefty. This is my one little thing. You got to kind of negotiate where you're going to have your thumb. If you got it over here, it would open no problem at all. So I will pay attention for when that V2 comes out. I like this knife. I think it looks great. I think Cole did a really good job. Check out Tristate's channel. Very entertaining, fun lives, good information, very well edited videos and stuff. And he designed a really nice knife. I'm impressed. V2s, as you're watching, right when this video came out, the V1s what might be available through the secondary market or something. Check them out on Blade Binge. But Blade Binge will be I believe the exclusive seller for V2. And it's supposed to be coming out in the next few weeks to a month, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again to Fred for sending this out. Ooh, I didn't do a paper cut test. Not sure how much this has been used or if it's just been passed around. It looks pretty fresh. Nice. It's cutting good. Again, this isn't a new knife, so it might have been used a little bit. It's pretty solid, but I feel like it might have just a little bit on there that it could be touched up. Give it like an 8 for cutting. No fault or no negative against the blade itself. Again, this is not fresh out of the box. And sometimes fresh out of the box, you need to just give it a little strop or a little touch up anyway. Action and sound on this is great. That button works really good. And if you just want to get in and lock it like that, it's kind of funny because you get used to it. Like, oh, we can close it like that, or we can close it with the button. There we go. What would you do? You're more often hitting that button or hitting the lock, or do you like being able to have the variety of using either, neither? I don't know. Here we are. Good stuff, Tri-State. Check them out. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.